Hey guys, so I'm going to wait until people come on in, and I've started the stream about a minute or two early because sometimes we have technical difficulties. So I thought that if I get going, then hopefully by the time people start coming in, then we'll be able to just get straight into it. So, hi Russian Tort says hi, Pugster Josh says hi, hi guys. Lucas says, congrats, thank you very much. We cannot believe that we hit the 10,000. I actually thought it would be today. So it was quite a surprise that it turned out that it was yesterday. So we were celebrating and we were really, really pleased. We just couldn't believe it. So Guppy Singh says hi. Bubbly Betas, hi. Captain Partonface, hi. Jack Bordeaux, hi. Yeah, thank you, Pugster Josh. The Aquarium Show says hi. Hi, Susan. I watched one of your live streams the other night. Thank you very much for the congrats on 10K. Yeah, we just cannot believe it. So, absolutely incredible. Nova Wolf says hello. Damien says hi. BJ's Beta says hi. Tabby says, congrats, I love your videos, thank you very much. Nisi, congrats, I'm on the road, but will listen while I can. Okay, make sure, if you're on the road and driving, make sure you keep your hands on the wheel and just listen. You don't need to worry about moderating. I've got others that can do that, so don't worry about it. But thanks for showing up anyway. So, Russian Tort says, have you ever got a Dumbo beta before? Yes, we actually have two at the moment. We've got a Half Moon Dumbo and a Placotte Dumbo. So yeah, we have the two right now. So thank you all for the congrats on the 10K. Let me know in the chat how long you've been with us. So I got a comment on Instagram yesterday from Blazing Beta. She is another beta fish channel, and she was saying she's been with us since 500 subscribers. I couldn't believe that. It seems like a lifetime ago, but in reality it's about a year ago. So let me know in the chat how long it is, how many subscribers we were at when you joined the channel. That would be really interesting to see that. So let me see. I'm in my vehicle too. Luckily, I'm a passenger. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're a passenger. FMZO, hey, what's up? Hey, everyone made it, and congrats on 10,000. Yes, thank you very, very much. Yeah, we did a little celebration dance around the house last night. We were just so thrilled. So yeah, and it's all thanks to you guys. Obviously, if you weren't watching and subscribing, then this wouldn't have happened. So we don't do it alone. We do it obviously with all our supporters as well. And so we really, really appreciate it all. So we do plan on doing a video. No, we do plan on doing a giveaway. I was thinking about the video I've just been editing. We are going to be doing a giveaway. I haven't got round to doing it yet. We're just still sorting the details out on it. So eventually that video will be up. So if you want to be part of that, just make sure that you stay tuned for that. Hit that notification bell so that then you know when it goes up. So we are going to be doing that probably in the next week or two, I think. So okay, so let's see what we've got here. We're back to it jumping up again. So, yeah, Aqua Apprentice says, wow, you grew so fast. We did. I have no idea why or how, but I'm really pleased that we did. It's been quite the ride. So, hit the like button. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Yep, go ahead and hit that like button and share it across the platforms as well. Pugster Josh says, Challenge the Wild is doing good, isn't he? He's already at 1K. He is. I think he's close to 2K now. He's not far off it. So, yeah, he is growing really quickly. Okay, so Lucas says he's been here since 807 subs. Guppy since 1,000. Mike says been here for about 2 weeks. Huggable Hamster since last September. I'm kind and new. And that's not that new. We started the channel in February, so we'd been going about maybe 7 months when you joined, so that's not that bad. We've just met 2 months ago. Yeah, I think it probably is, Susan. I think I found your channel through, it might have been through Bob at Steamfrost Aquatics, maybe, I'm not sure. I think I found your channel through him, and it probably was about 2 months ago. Devon says 900 subscribers. Russian Todd says 400 subs. Wow, so you've been here a really long time. That's unbelievable. Okay, 400 subs. Around 1,000 from Anthony. It was, but joined about 2 months ago. Okay, so yeah, we probably, I don't know, maybe 8,000 subs possibly. A few months ago, Captain Facepalm, I think I came here last month when I wanted to buy some fish for myself and found this channel and started following it. Well, thank you very much. Sharon says they've been watching for 3 months. Emma says my beta fish Arctic says hi. So, all right. Oh, let me. We've jumped back up again. I do wish they'd fix this because then you lose your place and it's so hard to find it again. Alright, so let's see. Okay, the aquarium shows that please help me and vote on my latest video for my new big project. I need help to make a decision. He's trying to decide whether to, if I remember correctly, he has a puffer tank and then he has a community tank, and he's trying to decide which one to make as a divided tank and which one to put the puffer fish in. So if you want to go check that out, then go on over to his channel and do that. Bubbly Beta says they've been here since 2,000 subs. Pugster Josh since, is that 500 or 5,000? I'm not sure. Oh, 5,000, okay. 3,000. So most of you have been here a fairly long time, looking at it. So that's... So C&E Gaming, I am very happy right now. Just got some guppy babies for from my tank. I also think that my mom is about to pop. My big mom is about to pop with some more. I'm so excited because I'm watching Life with Pets. Okay. DJ Betas, have you ever used a double sponge filter? I'm in Walmart right now and I'm wondering if I should use it for my divided tank. I haven't ever used one. I know a lot of people who do, but I personally haven't. Depending on the size of your tank, I sometimes think they're a bit big, but like I say, that depends on what size of tank that you're going to be putting it in. So I'd just take a look at what the size is, and are you only planning on having one filter, or are you going to put one each side? I guess it depends. So, yeah. All right. Oh, we've jumped again. Where are we? Okay. NiceT says I've been watching since October. I'm not sure what your sub number was then. October. I haven't got a clue. Oh, actually, it was. I do remember it was around the 2000 mark, because that was when we went to Seagrass Farms and did the interview there and did all the fish video. They're the place that supply a lot of the larger pet stores with their fish, and so we got to go over there, and that was in October. And I can remember when I contacted them, being such a small channel, which we were under 2,000 at that point, and I honestly didn't think they'd let us go in and video, because they don't really let people into video. And I was absolutely astounded that they did let us go in and do an interview and video. And like I say, we were around just short of 2,000. So you've been here since 2000, NiceT. All right. How do you remove goldfish eggs from plants in the tank? My goldfish spawned in my plants, but I don't want to kill them by removing them incorrectly. You can just take the whole plant out. I mean, that's what I did. I had a fake plant that they laid the eggs on, and so I just removed the whole plant and put it in another tank. So you can do that. That's really the only way you can do it. The best thing to really do if you're wanting them to spawn and keep the eggs is to either put something in there that is specific that you can take out, or use spawning mops, and that's not a video I've actually done yet, but I know that Solid Gold has that video, so you could check it out on her channel. So, all right, we've jumped jumped again, dear me. All right, let's see. Joy says she's been here about 6 months. Fluffy says hi. Mike says hi. Russian says, do you like sloths? I have nothing against them. I can't really say whether I like or dislike them, but yeah, I guess they're cute. They're cute in their own way. Pugster Josh says, I'm getting some red cherries tomorrow, $1.99 for one. Cheap, right? Yes, that is very cheap. I've often looked at getting the red shrimp, but I've just not been able to find any cheap enough to give them a go, because very often we don't have much success with shrimp. So yeah, don't you remove the eggs? They are attached very strongly. What should you do to do? What you should do is take the leaves off. Yeah, that's right. You don't want to remove the eggs. No, you want to take out the plant completely, not remove. Try and remove them. You'd kill them if you did that. FMZ says, have you ever kept guppies? Yes, we did. We had them a while back. Probably 2 or 3 years back, I think we had guppies, but we haven't had them. We haven't had them since. So let's see. Oh, I've just jumped again. All right. Tabby Cupcake says, I have a quick question. How many goldfish would you suggest for a 28-gallon tull with a canister filter? I was thinking 2 and 3 fancy goldfish. 2 at most. 3 fancy goldfish, specifically Arandas or Ryukins. Yeah, I mean, in a 28-gallon, I would say, 2 to 3. I think that you're probably about right on that. They typically say it's 20 for the first fish and then 10 gallons thereafter. So at 28, you're just only a little bit short, so I wouldn't worry on that. So I would say 3 would be absolute tops, unless you want to do an awful lot of work in water changes. But to give them the room to grow, then I would definitely go with 2 to 3. So now that you have been doing it a while, has it become easier or harder for you to create new content? I would say I've probably, well, I don't know whether I've got better at it. I go back and look at some of my earlier videos and I absolutely cringe, but I guess everyone's the same in that. Has it become easier or harder? I think it's probably become easier, because you get that you can see what works and what doesn't work, and what people like and what they don't like. And I mean, sometimes I will put content out even if it's something that I know won't get a lot of views, because if it's something that maybe is useful or helpful, then I'll still do it. And one example of that is using the pothos plant in the goldfish tank. I really thought that one wouldn't do well at all, but I still put it out because I just thought it would be helpful. That has really made a difference in how we take care of the goldfish. You know, it keeps down the nitrate levels, and so I just did it as useful information. And I had done research on how many were out there, and most of the videos didn't have a lot of views at all. And I was astounded that the video has done exceptionally well, and it's one of our highest view videos of our most recent ones. So I would say that it's probably got easier over time. Obviously, coming up with ideas, and because we're not on a big scale like some of the bigger channels, then coming up with ideas, I have got a long list of ideas. But it's time consuming more than anything else. I mean, for example, today I've spent about 4 to 5 hours just editing and voiceovering a video today. So that doesn't include, I've still got the thumbnail to do, and it doesn't include the actual videoing of it. So they do take a long time to make, but I enjoy it. I do enjoy that process of it. So, okay, next question. How much to feed goldfish? Most foods say as much as they can eat in X minutes. It's difficult to say. It depends how many goldfish you've got, what type they are, what you're feeding, and also how big they are. So without really knowing all that, I can't really say. Because we do ours. We've got 4 large ones, and so if it's pellets, I do 1/8 of a teaspoon. If it's gel food, I just sort of do it so many cubes. If it's frozen food, I just put a whole cube in. So it really depends what you're feeding. I don't really think there's any hard and fast rule, because it is all dependent on what type of fish you've got, how many you've got, and how big they are. So, okay, let's see. Oh, I've just jumped again. Where are we? Seems to be jumping a lot tonight. Okay. How many gallons need the goldfish for arandas? If it's just one, 20 gallons is minimum. That again is the general recommended. So yeah, 20 gallons. Zach Tanks, Crazy Aquarium Guy, says congrats on the subs. Hello, fellow fish lovers. Hi, Zach. Zach has got a lot of different tanks. If you don't follow his channel, you should go on over and check that one out. Definitely go on over and check that one out. He has a huge variety of fish and an awful lot of tanks, and his tanks are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, he's a good channel. Are black moors different than black telescopes? No, they're just I say they're the same. I think there's a slight difference in the type. Usually a black moor will end up orange. It's very rare that they stay red. So no, I do think there are slight differences to those two. Anthony says, how's the 75 gallon doing? It's doing really, really well. We are gearing up for some big changes on it, and I do think that we're probably going to let the clown loach go, which we talked about in the last live stream. I think that they're just destroying our plants, so I think they're going to have to go, and we're going to maybe move things around. So Lady Fair says, yay, congratulations, thank you very much. Okay, I was thinking about putting my beta fish Billy in a community tank. What are some good tank mates? We have had success with platies, rasboras, harlequin rasboras. We've had success with white cloud minnows. We've had success with those. I know some people do have success with neon tetras, but a lot of that depends on your tank size and if you can have a big enough group. So I would say that, yeah, so that really can be a bit iffy. I know a lot of people say it fails and they get very nippy, and other people say it works really well. So I guess it really depends on your tank size. Okay, thanks for answering my question. What are some of your future projects as far as videos and fish keeping? Well, if I told you that, you may not watch the videos. So I do have a full schedule because I try and video ahead of time. I think probably a lot of the bigger channels do that, so that there's always a video up and ready and waiting. I know that the likes of Creative Pet Keeping's just done that. She's away now, and yet a video came out today because you can pre-schedule them. So very often the videos that you see have maybe been scheduled for a week or possibly even longer. And other times I'm like scrambling the day before to get them in. So we have a lot of projects coming up. We're going to be doing stuff with our 75 gallon, with our 20 gallon, and then we've got some other tanks that you haven't seen yet that we're going to be doing some projects on as well. So there's lots coming up. So yeah. All right, I have skipped again. Where are we? Okay, so if I've skipped, I'm sorry. This keeps skipping. So if I've missed your question, I'm sorry. I'm just going to start from where it's gone to. Is a filter necessary for a beta? I'm afraid of mine getting stuck in it. And do they enjoy bubble stream? A filter is necessary for a beta fish. In that, well, there's a lot of different opinions on this. I personally think it is necessary unless you have a very well established aquarium with live plants that can take care of the ammonia, nitrite and nitrates. So in a regular tank, then yes, it does need a filter. I personally, again, depending on the tank size, think sponge filters are the best option for betas, simply because you can adjust the flow, the water flow, so you can make it that it's really low. And as for do they enjoy a bubble stream, I don't know that I would say they enjoy it, but it certainly doesn't do them any harm. Maybe some beta fish do. I can't really say whether mine do or don't, but obviously we do have the bubbles coming from our sponge filters, so it is in the tank, but we do keep it as low as possible so that the water stream stays low. Kim says congratulations, and Jack says congrats on 10k. Thank you very much. Dr. McSlam says, how are your beta fish doing? They are doing great. They are all really healthy right now, and we've got no sick fish right now, so that's really good. DJ's Betas, is it a good idea to house tank mates in a divided 10-gallon beta tank? If so, if so, can that tank mate be guppies? Not if the tank is divided, no, that would make it way too small. A 10-gallon, literally, if you divided it, you could only get away with one beta either side, and a snail maybe, or maybe some shrimp if your beta fish doesn't sort of attack them. So I would say that no, that would be way too small. So that wouldn't be good for the guppies. Guppies, a lot of people think with guppies they can go in smaller tanks, and I mean I would say 10-gallon is minimum for guppies, but they are actually very active fish, so they do require space. LRB Aquatics, my beta had 2 tumours. It didn't make it last night. If it ever happens again, what can I do? I am so sorry about that. That's a hard one. I think one of our girls has got a tumour. I'm not 100% certain, but I think that she is developing one. Unfortunately, there's not a great deal that you can do. They say that almond leaves are supposed to help. It's more about slowing the growth down than you can actually cure it. So by doing the likes of the almond leaves in a tank that has sort of properties that can help slow it down, keeping the water absolutely pristine, that can make a difference as well. So it's basically really good tank maintenance that can make a big difference. But as far as actually cure or prevention, there's not really a great deal you can do. Obviously, keeping a good tank and a good healthy diet is going to help the fish, but there's not a great deal you can do after that. Is it easy to set up a female beta sorority? Kim asks. It's funny you should ask that. I've had so many questions this last week about beta fish sororities. Can I put 2 fish in a 5-gallon? Can I put 3 fish in a 10-gallon? I've had so many questions. I'm assuming because summer's coming, people are going to start setting up tanks. And I personally don't think a female sorority is an easy tank setup. And that's simply because there's never any guarantees with them. And if it doesn't work, then you have to have the resources to give them separate tanks, or you have to have obviously the agreement of the store that they would take them back. So I get messages all the time about my sorority has failed and why has it failed and what should I do. So when setting it up, I would say that you need to do a lot of research. It can work and very often does work, but they also fail an awful lot. So a lot of research. Me personally, I think a 20-gallon is minimum. A lot of people will tell you 10-gallon, but I hear a lot less that they failed. In fact, I haven't heard of anyone where it's failed in a 20-gallon over 10 gallons, whereas I constantly hear how it's failing in a 10-gallon, and that's simply because it's just not big enough, because ideally you need minimum 5 females, and that doesn't give them a lot of space to have their own territory. So I wouldn't say it's easy. If you do it right, then it can be very rewarding. It needs to be very, very heavily planted, and that doesn't have to be live plants. It can be fake plants, but they need an awful lot of plants. It needs to be like a jungle almost for it to work, or the tank needs to be a lot larger, but it still needs to have a good amount of plants. Okay, congrats on 10,000 subs. Thank you very much. Zach Tank says, thanks Lifewithpets, still loving your accent. Thank you very much. Daniel Crawford, how do you spot velvet in a beta fish? Velvet is probably one of the hardest things to spot, but it looks like gold dust. That is how, if you shine a light on, it will sort of look like the fish has got like a covering of gold across its body. It's like little tiny, tiny, tiny gold spots. That's really the only way I can describe it. I know when Murphy had it, we'd had him a few days and I didn't even know he had it. I just thought that it was his colouring, and then it was just the way he looked one night under the light, and I was astounded that, hang on, this looks like velvet. So I did a load of research, and the more research I did, I realised that it was, and obviously we treated it straight away. So okay. Okay, Nisi's done another super chat. You are so kind. Thank you so much. You did my last one. That is so kind. Congratulations on 10k subs. Here's to another 10k and growing the YouTube fish fam. Another tea on me. Thank you very, very much. My parents actually are coming into town from England on Tuesday, and we do often go out and enjoy a coffee somewhere or a tea somewhere, so this money will be going towards that. This is my vacation tea fund with my parents, so thank you very, very much. And I see I've got another one, but I've not come to the Shishimi says $5 super chat. Thank you so much. And with Nisi, congrats. Thank you. So, so kind. It's going towards the tea and coffee fund for when my parents get here. So that will be most enjoyable. We will have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or hot chocolate on you. So thank you. And I think I have missed so many comments now. So if I have, I apologise. Okay. FZMO says, did the fry goldfish colour up yet? Not yet, they haven't yet. Apparently it can be anything from about 2.5 months onwards, but it could even go all the way up to a year. From everything I've read, there doesn't seem to be a certain age where they'll suddenly start changing. Sometimes in certain lights I will think, oh, the change in colour, and they maybe look a little white underneath, but for the most part there's no change yet, but they are getting really big and eating everything that the adults are eating, so, and more besides. So alright, so where have we got to now? Alright, so can I put a clown loach fish in a 20 gallon with Corey's, tiger, pleco and female beta? Not the clown loach. The clown loach is way too big for that. The clown loach need a minimum of 75 gallon tank because they get so large, and also you ideally need groups of 5 or more. We've actually only got 4. We really should have 5, and we've got them in our 75 gallon. But as far as the Corys, the pleco and the beta fish, then yes, assuming that the tiger pleco is a smaller type, then they could definitely go in together, but not the clown loach. That one would need a really large tank. And in their first year, they actually grow very, very quickly. So again, that wouldn't be ideal unless you're planning on upgrading, but you would have to upgrade pretty quickly. So Emma H says, what is your favourite floating plant for a beta fish? I like water lettuce, but it is banned in some states, so you would have to check if that is the case for you if you're in the USA. I like frogbit, that's another one. They're really the only 2 I've had experience with. We have done the dwarf water lettuce as well. I think the water lettuce is a fantastic one for a beta fish. Ours absolutely love it because of the way the roots come down into the water, so they just swim in amongst them and hide as well. So definitely water lettuce. CI Play says, hello, love your videos, congrats on 10k, thank you very much. Joyce says, love your DIY filters, mine is well cycled, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we like ours as well. They do a great job in the tank, and they're such low maintenance. They're really, really low maintenance, so obviously that's a really good thing. Okay, so D McSlams, I'm glad all your beta fish are doing all right, and I hope your other fish are too. Yes, they are. And congrats on 10k. Actually, I recently subscribed to you. Well, thank you very much. For those that have not long joined, at the beginning I did actually say we will be doing a giveaway. We're just still working on the details of it, so hopefully we will have the video up in the next week or so, but I'm not quite sure when that will be, but I am working on it. We're just, like say, working out the details. So Tabby says, how are your goldfish fry? Our goldfish fry are doing really, really well, growing really fast, eating absolutely loads, and an awful lot of work. I will say that. I can't imagine having a lot of them because the water change schedule is really, really rough. You do have to do it a lot. And so I cannot even begin to imagine how people do it when they have tankfuls, definitely. So, all right, what else have we got? Excuse me. Plants are so easy to take care for when you have low-tech plants and all the right fits. It can be easy. That's so true. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I do find as well, I think you have to do, obviously you still still need to do your water changes, but I find you don't need to vacuum as much because the plants use the waste and any excess food as fertiliser. So I do find that maybe there's a little less tank maintenance if you've got a well-planted tank. Jessica says, how does a beta get fin rot? Usually it's down to water quality, and there's an issue with the water quality. It's usually to do with ammonia or nitrite, and it sort of like burns the fins, which is what causes it to go black, and it then becomes an infection. So that's usually how they get it. It's not always the case. It can be if they've had a bad case of fin biting, and then it develops into an infection, and then obviously that then becomes fin rot. But 9 times out of 10, it's down to water quality. Fluff Fins and Feathers says hi, and I've just lost my place again. Where were we? All right, where were we? Zach Tank's Crazy Aquarium Guy. Now, I have no idea where you are, but thank you for that 50, whatever it is. You'll have to let me know lower down in the chat what it is. I also want to join the club. Thank you. We will have some more tea and coffee on you. Wait till I tell my parents. They will be absolutely thrilled. So we're going to try and do a live stream while they're here, so they will get to sit and hear all this, which will be quite funny because obviously they never get to see anything that we do with Life with Pets, and it's been quite a while since they've been here. So it's going to be really exciting them being here. Because they've not been for a while, and they're actually coming for our son's graduation, so that is what the visit's for, and they're here for 6 weeks. So if I'm not around quite as much answering questions and in the comments box and stuff, the videos will still be going out, but I may not get to answering the questions the same, and that's just simply because they're here. But it's for 6 weeks, and then we probably won't see them again for another year. So we're looking forward to the visit. So thank you so much for the super chats. Very much appreciated. All right, let's see. What else have we got? Can I have clone Loaches with an Oscar in a 75 gallon? Yeah, I don't see why not. I think we've done Oscars and clowns before with no issue. I think most people would say 75 gallon will be on the small side for an Oscar eventually, but it's certainly okay for starting out and until they get to a certain size. Can a beta be put with a gourami? Most of the time, no. They usually will fight. Usually the gourami, the beta, it's not usually the other way around. I'm not saying it can't be done, but typically speaking, it doesn't work out. So I would say no on that. But like I say, some people it works out, but for the majority, it doesn't. Betas for Life says, congrats on 10k subs. Thank you very much. Let me see, what else have we got? Oh, Betas for Life, yeah, water lettuce is banned here. Yeah, I actually discovered it is banned where we are. I did not know that, and it was when I came to buy some more that I was looking at different places and and I decided to, instead of buying some, I was going to just do the research on it first, and I was astounded to find that it was banned in several states. I know California's one, South Carolina, Texas, I think Alabama, Florida, and then there's one other, but I can't remember what it was. So I think there's about 5-6 states that it's not allowed. So, what snails do you recommend for a 2.5 or 3 gallon beta fish tank? I personally think NiceT, just because they're on the smaller side, but you can do a mystery snail if that's what you want to do. But the NiceT snail, I think, is just perfect for that. They don't produce quite as much waste. They still produce a lot, but they don't produce quite as much waste, and like I say, they are a bit smaller. We have them in all of our tanks except the goldfish tank. Jack Smith says, will the giveaway be worldwide? That is what we're trying to figure out, if we can do something, if we can do maybe something USA side and international. It's just we're very limited in what we can send out if we did it worldwide, and the shipping is absolutely astronomical. So we're just trying to figure that out. I know that the last 2 giveaways we've done over the last 10k subs, We've only done them USA, and it's been solely for that reason. And we do feel really bad about it that we can't do it internationally. But like I say, the cost of doing it, and then what you can and can't ship as well, you're very, very limited in what you can and can't ship. So we're trying to figure that out, because we really do want to try and include everybody, but it's not looking that way right now. But we are doing our best to see what we can do. What is your favourite beta tail type? Probably half moon, I think, is probably my favourite. I like the half moon betas, and I like the half moon placottes. So yeah, I would say half moon. I really like that shape. And usually on the whole, the fins are not that big that the betas will nip them and bite them. Typically speaking, it's not always the case, but usually they don't have such extensive fins on the half moon that it then causes issues. Oh, we've just jumped again. Where are we? Okay. Oh, if I've gone over your question, I am sorry. This has jumped again and I can't find where we are. Susan says, later dear, battery dying. Okay, yeah, before we do this, we try and charge everything up and just hope they survive. So it doesn't always happen, but we do hope so. My Molly just gave birth to 100 babies and I don't have room. Wow, that is a lot of babies. A lot of babies. So yeah, Corey's been to one or two of our live streams, and Creative Pet Keeping is actually on vacation at the moment, so I doubt very much that she'll be joining us. She was saying that when I was chatting with her the other day, she was saying that the internet is not very good, so she's going to be struggling this next month to even just do basic comments and stuff. So I doubt very much that she'll join us. She joined us last week, but I don't think she'll be with us this week. Let me see. Captain Farm Face, is this your full-time job? It's almost a full-time job, but I would say I am a stay-at-home, I say mom. I have homeschooled, so I have done that, but this is becoming a full-time job between doing the videos and the comments, and now we have the store, and that is doing extremely well. So between making the videos, that is extremely time consuming, and then the store as well. It is fast becoming a full-time job, but I wouldn't say it's a full-time job, no, not really. It's a hobby that's been extended. That's probably the way I would put it. So where are we? We've jumped again. I'm currently cycling media with fish flakes in a bucket because I don't have the tank set up. Is that safe, or it won't cycle due to being in a bucket? No, there's no reason why it wouldn't cycle. I would make sure that you're doing regular water tests to make sure that the cycle is moving along. But no, I mean, you can near enough cycle in just about anything, so I don't think that that should make any difference. So I'm Swedish, dear. Well, yeah, I'd have guessed something like that, but I wasn't sure. So so about, what was that? I missed that. It's jumped up again. Where'd it go? About, now, is that £4.30 or $4.30? Either way, that would definitely get us a coffee. So thank you very much. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, water lettuce is banned in Florida, like you said, but it's all over the place in our lakes. Just don't let an alligator eat you for a little water lettuce. Yeah, that's very true. What surprised me actually was it was a Florida seller that sold it to us, and I actually asked him why was that okay, and he he said it was because he was licensed and inspected, and so therefore he could sell it all over. But I'm not sure that's correct, because at the end of the day it was saying it was banned, so I'm assuming banned means banned no matter what. So we didn't buy any more. I just thought at that point I don't want something that we in theory shouldn't have. So we're not going to be buying any more, and so we got frog bit instead. So Jazz King says, late to the stream but glad I'm in now. Hello from Chicago. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we do around the 6 o'clock mark, because it does seem to be a good time, and then if any of the bigger channels then stream later, then we're not clashing with them. So that's why we sort of do it. Thank you so much for answering my question, because I wanted a clown loach for my tank. But thank you for the answer. And another question, can I put another fish in the 20 gallon? Yes, yeah, because you were only talking about one female beta and Corey's, so you can definitely put other fish in. As for what to put in, I mean, that's really down to preference on what type of fish that you like. Do you want them to be community fish? Well, if you're doing a female beta, they would need to be community fish, so they'd need to be compatible with a beta fish. So as said before, the ones we've had success with are platies and harlequin rasboras. We have had a lot of success. We did have guppies and betas together, and we had no issue whatsoever. But a lot of people say that does fail. We didn't have an issue, but it's maybe not recommended. Certainly not with the males. If you've got them with the really fancy tails, then that may be not recommended. Donna says, hey Sheila, first time I got here, always miss the stream, so yay for me. Hey Donna. So it is late for you then if you were here, or it's getting on the late side for you, because if I remember rightly, you're in the UK. So, all right, let's see, what else have we got? I've just jumped again. Let me see, where are we? Dr. Mutsam says, sadly, I have to go. I'm loving this stream. Once again, congrats on 10K. And final question, what is the best way to heal fin rot? Keeping your water quality the best you can. So depending on the severity, if it's mild fin rot, if you were to do large water changes every day and add aquarium salt, that should take care of it. If not, then I would definitely recommend using medication, and then just obviously follow the directions on the medication. But water change with any fish is always going to be a fish's best friend, no question with that. And so definitely the water would help it to heal. All right. I was just about to read one and it jumped up. What kind of fish could I keep in a heavily planted 20 gallon? Is the 20 gallon empty, or is it got other fish in? It would depend. And again, it's down to preference. For me, obviously I'd go with the fish I love in a 20 gallon. So I would do the harlequins. I'd probably do a really large group of Corys, maybe 6 to 8 Corys in a 20 gallon. It really depends what you like, because there's so many fish to choose from. So I think that it's maybe do some research and go with the fish that are suitable for that size tank. That's really what it boils down to, and not just are they suitable for that tank, but can you just have one, or do you have to have 5 or 6 for them to be happy? That's another thing as well. So the aquarium show says it's 1:38 a.m. where I live, but I can't miss this stream. Love from Australia. Wow, that's so what time is it in Australia at the moment? It'd be interesting to know what time that is. Where are we? Jumped again. Let's see. Dan says, do you stream often? We usually stream every other week. However, we did stream last week and we've done this week, and that's simply because my parents are coming into town. So when we're going to stream again, I'm not sure. We may just go back to every other week while they're here. I may only do it once while they're here, but once they've gone, which they're here for 6 weeks, once they've gone, then we're probably going to try every other week, and then maybe go to every week. I'm not sure. It is a big commitment doing them, so I'm not sure whether we'll do once a week or every other week, but we will be definitely, minimum will be every other week. Okay. Oh, Bob is here. Steamfot Aquatics, assuming he's still here. He says hi. Thank you very much, Bob. It'll be your turn very soon. You're not that far behind me. So thank you. Thank you for that. Who is next to a live stream? I would do it, but I do not have enough subs. You have enough subs, Zach. You can stream. I think I came to a couple of your streams, or I tried, but they wouldn't load. I think it was yours that I came to, but I couldn't get them to load. It just kept spinning, and that was it. So, all right, where are we? It's gone. Where have we gone? Okay. Yeah, white clouds do great in a 20-gallon. We actually have, I think it's 6 in our 20-gallon right now. So, Bob says, might be some surprise streaming going on tonight. Okay, I'll have to look out for that. What is the minimum amount of water for a betta fish tank? It's generally 2.5 gallon is what is recommended for a betta fish. So, yeah. What do your kids/husband think about your pets and hobby? They are all part of it, so I don't do this on my own. They help a great deal. So it's a hobby that we all do together, that we're all into together. So yeah, they enjoy it as much as I do. This is not just something I do on my own. Like say my husband, he does a lot of the tank builds or the tank decorations or whatever, and he helps a lot behind the scenes. He makes the tank dividers that we sell, and so yeah, it's a family concern, definitely family concern. So, all right, we've jumped again. Let me see. So excited to catch your stream. You're such an inspiration. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. It's 1:43 a.m. Yeah, you really should go to bed. You really should go to bed. It's yeah. By the way, Sheila, it's only 11:45. Oh, I must have miscalculated when I looked at the clock. I should have known that. Obviously, being from England, definitely. All right, let's see. Miss Kim says, congratulations on reaching 10,000. It is well deserved. Thank you very much. And Killer Kenny says, congrats on 10,000 as well. Okay, guys, I think I'm actually going to end it here. I think that we've been, I don't know how long, actually, I can't see the clock, maybe 50 minutes or so. So I think I'm going to end it here. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all the subs to get us to 10,000. And we'll just see where the rest of the year takes us. It's going to be exciting. We've got, like I say, we've got lots planned, and if you just watch out for the giveaway video, that should be up in the next week or two. Okay guys, thanks again. Bye.